All right, so Wilkens, tell me, what is your business
Well,
or service that you provide?
my business is a two-part company. It's called It's Game Transportation, where we transport cars throughout the state of Florida and also locally. So not only do we provide long-distance towing, but we also provide short-distance towing, lockouts, battery, jump start, things of that nature.
All right, so give us a little background. Where are you from? What's your educational background?
Well, I'm originally from Bridgeport, Connecticut. I'm Haitian American. We can start there, but originally from Bridgeport, Connecticut. But I've lived in South Florida most of my life. I attended high school here, went to college here at Florida Memorial University, where I acquired my bachelor's degree in criminal justice. I also have a master's degree in business administration. I worked in the higher education world for about 13 years, escalated all the way to director of enrollment management, and then decided to open my own company.
All right. So what made you want to start this business?
Well, it's kind of a two-part thing. The first part is I felt that I accomplished what I wanted to accomplish in the higher education world. The further I would have gone up in my career, the further I would have gotten away from the students. And I got into higher education to assist students. And also I felt that I've acquired the knowledge to kind of branch out on my own. I wanted something that I could call my own, something that I felt that I could grow and leave behind for my family.
All right. What steps did you take to start your business?
Well, the first step was I was a silent partner in a transportation company, which kind of opened my eyes to what the transportation world had to give in a sense. So the first thing I did was I did some research, made sure that it was a valid market, a market that actually generates some revenue. The transportation department actually generated over $700 billion in the U.S. over the last couple of years. So it was definitely a good business venture to go into. So my first step was doing research to make sure that it would be profitable. And then the next step is I had to evaluate myself, evaluate what it is that I wanted to do. Was I financially stable enough to make that jump and go out on faith? So research, assessing yourself, making sure that you're financially stable, and then realizing that the dream that you want to acquire is achievable, and then going out and getting it.
All right. So what education or training was necessary for you in order to get your business started?
Well, I would first say my college degree is definitely assist. So acquiring that knowledge and that skill, working in the field of my career background definitely assists as well. Allowed me to have the skills to be able to speak to people, enter any conversation, and be knowledgeable about it. So it allowed me that skill. But as far as the transportation itself, I had to acquire what you call a CDL, a commercial driver's license, which is one of the first things that you have to do in order to operate a vehicle over 26,000 pounds. You also need a U.S. Department of Transportation number, what you call a U.S. DOT number, things of that nature. So there's a few licenses that's required, there's a few certificates that's required before you can operate this kind of company. So you first start at the state level, and also there's some federal regulations that you have to meet as well in order to operate a company such as mine. I currently have 2 trucks that's over 26,000 pounds, so both of them have to be registered federally and also throughout the state of Florida.
All right. So do you still have a full-time job, or has this business become your career?
Within the last 2 years, this business has become my career. For the last 3.5 years, I was a silent partner in Ollie's Towing and Transport. And then I saw the revenue that that partnership was able to generate for me, which then allowed me to assess my financial stability to be able to make this a full-time career. So yes, this is now, within the last 2 years, has been my full-time job.
That's great. What do you feel is the importance of a minority-owned business, or of minorities owning their own businesses?
Well, it shows growth. It shows growth throughout the United States. It shows our education level, our accomplishments from the days of Martin Luther King to today, where we can have Barack Obama as our past president. So it shows growth for the minority race itself, but not also that, it shows that us as a race are starting to take control of our future. And by being able to create our own companies and writing our own destinies, it allows for further growth. I feel a company such as mine will allow my son to have a future. He doesn't necessarily have to go to college to have a career path or some kind of revenue generation. Me as his father leaving something like this behind shows that minorities are creating that what we would call residual income for generations to come. Also, it shows that us as minorities have to stick together. Without partnership and teamwork, I wouldn't be able to accomplish my goals as far as owning my own company and things of that nature. So it's other minority company owners that assist me to be where I'm at today. So for us to grow as minority business owners, we have to stay united, we have to stay connected, and we have to be able to network in our small communities in order to grow.
I like it. So where do you see your business in the future? Do you see yourself sitting back and having a whole bunch of trucks and just having drivers? Or what's your grand business plan?
Well, to be honest with you, I didn't expect It's Game Transportation to take off the way it did. In less than 3 years, I was able to acquire 2 trucks, and currently we can move about 7 vehicles, meaning I have a 4-car trailer and also a 3-car wedge trailer, which allows us to be able to transport vehicles throughout the state of Florida, which is great for us. So my goal is to continue to grow. We're looking forward to adding a local tow truck to the company within the next 3 months. And the goal is to get to where we can transport more than 10 cars, not only throughout the state of Florida, but also throughout the United States. So yes, the goal is to grow. And with growth, that would allow me more of an opportunity to sit back and be more of a manager for the company, more and less hands-on in the actual day-to-day activity. So yes, the goal is to actually grow, add some more vehicles, and see what the future holds.
Now, how can get in contact with you?
Yes, they can still reach me through iGame Transportation, iGameTransportation@gmail.com. You can schedule an appointment there or just reach out for general information. Or you can also call the company business line, which is 754-703-8299. It's 24/7. Somebody will be there to answer you. I don't have a large company, but I have enough staff that will be able to assist you with whatever that you need, especially with transportation throughout the state of Florida.
All right, and lastly, what advice would you provide to other entrepreneurs, and other minority entrepreneurs?
As far as just entrepreneurs, just make sure you're ready. Have a dream, believe in it. Make sure you're ready to put everything behind it, because it's gonna demand that from you. And the kind of determination you put in it will dictate how successful you are. So make sure you have the mindset first if you want to be an entrepreneur, because what I've learned is you have to change your lifestyle. It's not every 2 weeks or every week that somebody's going to be sending you a paycheck. That paycheck now comes with your effort. And as far as being a minority business owner, like I said before, you got to learn to network. Network is going to be key in your success as a minority business owner, is one of the things that I learned. And also you have to be able to communicate and market your company, and be able to speak on what it is that you do, and let everybody know, in a sense. So not only do you have to have the marketability skills, but you also just have to be able to network in your community and let people know that you're there and know the services that you provide. But as an entrepreneur, just be ready to put in the hard work, and get ready to have a mindset change, because it is different from a day-to-day job where you're receiving a paycheck every 2 weeks or every week. So just be ready for that, and be dedicated to the dream that you have, because it's going to demand that from you.
All right, well, Brother August, thank you for your time. We appreciate you.
Well, I appreciate you, Brother Buford. Go Mob.
There we go.